Hello, my name is Aaron Michael, matrix number 176349. So today we have a case study which has to do with a horse which is 400 kilograms eating bananas more than 20 kilograms. So before we go to anything about this case study, first thing I want to clarify is that horses are monogastric animals. So that means they only have one stomach, just like human beings. But the difference between our digestive tract and horses' digestive tract is that the horses have a bigger cecum. So the cecum acts like the rumen of the ruminants, where there are microbiomes that can digest cellulose and starch and all that kind of things. So the next thing I want to point out here is that horses can only eat about 2 to 2.5% of their body weight. So in this case, we have a horse which is 400 kilograms, and by doing a little bit of calculation, we get to find that it's only able to eat about 8 to 10 kilograms per day. So feeding it with 20 kilograms of banana is actually a lot more in excess. The feeding of bananas to horses is actually quite common, especially in race horses, because banana is... So race horses are usually fed with bananas, and these bananas are actually a good replacement for apples and also carrots. They have a lot of carbohydrate content, which is more towards starch, and a little bit of fiber inside of it. And the most important thing about bananas is that it has high contents of potassium. So usually horses are actually fed only like twice per week for bananas. And these bananas, if let's say in excess, it will cause a feed. So the bananas that are fed in excess will cause a lot of problems to the cow, like colic and also the digestive problems, because horses are monogastric animals. So if you feed them too much of things, so these bananas that are in excess will cause problems like colic towards the animal. Since they are monogastric animals, this the high starch content inside of the bananas will be digested more like human beings. They have enzymes inside the stomach, very much like human beings. It starts all the way from the mouth, where you start chewing, and you have the salivary amylase, which helps to break down the carbohydrate content. Then after it goes to the stomach, and from the stomach onwards it will be absorbed into the intestines. So things like the sucrose and the maltose, which are in the bananas, will be broken down into monosaccharides, which is like, for instance, sucrose will be broken down into glucose and fructose. Maltose will be broken down into glucose molecules. So all these glucose molecules will serve as a energy source for the animal, and it helps the animal go through its daily life. But too much of it, will cause a lot of problems towards the horse. So that's all for this case. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dan Zamin, matrix number 180353. So last week we did a case study on what will happen if a horse of 400 kilograms ate more than 20 kilograms of bananas. So in this case study, a horse of 400 kilograms ingested 20 kilograms of bananas, which is obviously very overload in excess. So horse can only eat up to 2 to 2.5% of their body weight. So for this horse, which is 400 kilograms, it can eat about 8 to 10 kilograms of food. So this banana feeding is in excess. So bananas are a natural nutritional source of energy. Horses that heavily exercise, working, growing, pregnant or lactating need increased energy in their protein. So bananas are mostly fed to race horses because they require a lot of energy. So bananas will supply them with energy. So banana is a rather sweet fruit, so it contains a fairly high amount of carbohydrate in the form of starch. So in equine animals like horses, the digestion of the starch in the pre-sickle digestion system is very similar to other monogastric animals like humans and swines. So the the biggest difference between monogastric and equine are the cecum of horses are bigger in horses than in humans and other monogastric animals. So starch is broken down into disaccharides by the action of amylase. So the disaccharides in bananas, sucrose and maltose are further broken down into their monosaccharides, fructose and glucose, from sucrose by the action of sucrase, and maltase breaks down maltose into glucose. Okay, so these monosaccharides can be absorbed and then utilized by the horses. However, the horse ability to produce amylase is very much limited. So therefore, a large amount of starch, it will escape digestion due to such a great amount of banana being fed. So when a horse consumes too much of non-structural carbohydrates in one meal, the starch and sugar may not be completely broken down and absorbed in the small intestine. So this undigested starch can cause rapid fermentation by the microbes living in the cecum and the large intestine, and this will cause bloat or colic, which is can kill the horse. That is all for the case study. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Siti Fatima Azahra binti Abdul Rahim, metric number 180306. Okay, last week we did a discussion on what happened if a horse of 400 kg ate more than 20 kg of bananas. So based on our discussion, we can conclude that 20 kg of bananas is excessive for this for 400 kg of horses. Okay, today I'm going to talk about a disease that caused by this excess bananas. Okay, when a horse consumes bananas contain high in non-structural carbohydrate. So when a horse consumes too much of non-structural carbohydrate, which is NSC, in one meal, the starch and sugars may not be broken down completely and absorbed in the small intestine. So this undigested starch will get into the hindgut may cause rapid fermentation by the microbes, which is a microbe that they have in the stomach of the horse, and this will cause bloating or gas build-up. So the gas build-up can result in colic, colic is actually an abdominal pain, but it is a clinical sign rather than a diagnosis. So the term colic itself can encompass all forms of gastrointestinal condition, which can cause pain as well as other causes of abdominal pain, but not involving the gastrointestinal tract, which is GIT. So this colic can cause a lot of pain to the horses and causes bloating as well. So the clinical signs of colic are usually referable to the pain rather than the stress or of the horses itself. So this pain is usually because of necrosis of GI tract, inflammation of the intestines, or significant dehydration of the horses. So it may this disease or colic, it can be managed medically or surgically, depends on the level of the pain itself. So but horses are more likely to require surgery if they display severe clinical signs that cannot be controlled by the administration of analgesic and sedative. But usually the owner of the horses cannot afford the surgery because it costs a lot of money to the owner itself, because the colic surgery is one of the most expensive surgery in the vet cases. Okay, so as what we can conclude that the preventive action that can be taken by the owner itself is by reduce the NSC or reduce the banana from the one meal of the horses every day. So that's all from me.
My name is Nur Kuan Binti Hamka and my metric number is 180308. Last week we have this case study about what will happen if a horse of 400 kg ate more than 20 kg of bananas. Okay, but first thing first, in this case study, we found out that a horse of 100 kg has ingested more than 20 kg of bananas in a day. But actually, a horse can only eat 2 to 2.5% of his body weight. In this case, actually he can only eat 8 kg to 10 kg per day. So 20 kg is actually very excessive for a cow, for a horses in a day, in its daily life nutrition. So okay, but first, banana actually are a natural nutritional source of energy. Horses that are heavily exercised, working, growing, pregnant or lactating need increased energy in their protein. However, if a horse has too much carbohydrate in its diet and does not exercise, it can become too high-spirited and difficult to handle. In this case, the horse overate bananas, but vomiting is not an option because the digestive system of a horse is delicate, making them unable to regurgitate food, just like cattle. A sudden intake of a large quantity of feed might cause laminitis, in which there is a failure of attachment of the epidermal laminae connected to the hoof wall from the dermal laminae attached to the distal phalanx and colic. In this occurs, the horse should be administered non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, with flunixin meglumine being the drug of choice if the horse is still systemically ill. Okay, banana also has a relatively high concentration of potassium compared to other vitamins and minerals. It is about 450 mg per 126 gram. From the 20 kg of banana, the quantity of potassium ingested had already exceeded the daily requirement about 15 to 20 kg day by threefold. However, this does not cause hyperkalemia as a horse skin is very strong and efficient in filtering the mineral. The quantities in excess are excreted through urine. Banana also contains vitamin B6, C, A, manganese, magnesium, potassium, folate, riboflavin, niacin, and fiber in trace amounts. Okay. From the discussion that we made, though horses are monogastric animals, the presence of a large calcium, which is about 50% of the gastrointestinal tract, enables these horses to digest fiber, which is one of the things that mainly in the banana. I think that's all about this case study. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Amira binti Muhammad Halimi. My metric number is 180297. Okay, I want to talk about our last case study. This is about what will happen if a horse 400 kg eat more than 20 kg of banana. Okay, my part is horse digestive system. As we know, horse is a non-ruminant herbivore. Non-ruminant herbivore means that horse do not have multi-compartment stomach like cow. So the equine digestive tract is unique. In all, it digests portion of its feed enzymatically, first in the foregut and ferment in the hindgut. Okay. From the discussion we made last week, although horses are monogastric animal, the presence of live circle, which is about 15%, the gastrointestinal tract, enable these horses horse to digest fiber? Okay. The circle is a blind cup at 1.2 meter long and it can hold around 28 to 36 liter of feed and fuel. Like the ruminant, like the rumen of the ruminant, its site of fermentation and contain microbes that produce enzyme that break down the fiber. Okay, the enzyme also break down the complex form of fiber like cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin to simpler form called VFA. What is VFA? VFA is called volatile fatty acid. Okay. However, the gastrointestinal tract often cause problem for the animal as the stomach is too small and all digestion is only directed into the circle. Okay, I think that's all for me.
Okay, my name is Yim Yanni. My matrix number is 180304. Okay, so today I'm going to do my video for about a case study that we did last week. It's about how a horse of 400 kg ate more than 20 kgs of banana in a day. So, a horse can actually eat 2 to 2.5% of their body weight. That is about 8 to 10 kgs. So, obviously 20 kg of banana would be too much for the horse. And it's only a single type of feed, so it's not very holistic nutrition for the horse. There could be other factors that would affect how much an animal needs nutrition, which is, for example, if the horse is a racing horse, it is often exercised, or if it's pregnant or lactating, or perhaps is still a foal is growing, they will need more protein. But I guess since it's twice the appropriate amount, I think it's obviously going to give some negative effect to the horse. Okay, so this situation is also aggravated because horses in general, they cannot vomit. So if they ingest too much food, they cannot regurgitate the food because the digestive system of the horse is very delicate. So if it regurgitates, it might damage the digestive system due to the acidity of the bolus. Okay, so a sudden intake of large quantity of food, which is the banana, can cause laminitis and also colic. So laminitis is actually when the laminae, a piece of tissue in the hoof, become inflamed, and it could cause lameness in the horse. Also, it will cause colic, which is abdominal pain. Yep. So, okay. If a horse got colic, the way to treat it is to administer non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Yep. And then banana, besides having starch, fiber, it also has a lot of minerals and vitamins. One of them, as well known, is potassium. Potassium, if over in excess, can cause hyperkalemia. But this would not affect the horse because the horse's kidney is very efficient in absorbing the nutrients. Thank you.